Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. Everybody getting my voice?
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullah. We
So,
are getting your voice.
okay.
MashaAllah.
So
Now
today,
you may start the lecture.
today we have two topics. One is the share of grandson and granddaughter, and second topic is the multiple deaths in a period of time, also known as the munaskha in Madaris terminology. So we are going to start the first topic, share of sons or share of sons daughter. Yesterday, I have discussed that there are 47 ways in which grandson and granddaughter can get the share. And I have given you the list of all these exercises. You can do yourself or you can purchase my book. I will show you my book, in which book I have mentioned all case studies. I will take only few case studies from here. From question number 1 to 18 and then 19 to 39 and then up to the 46, and one question is here. In 47 ways, grandson and granddaughter getting the share. I will discuss only in which conditions grandson and granddaughter not getting the share. This is the question number 1. In this question number 48, the deceits left behind, grandson, granddaughter, mother, daughter, and wife. So according to the rules of the inheritance, the book we have uploaded in your WhatsApp, I think Advocate Falahi already forward that book, Islamic Qanun-e-Warasat or Islamic Laws of Inheritance. It's 9 pages in English and 9 pages in Urdu. In that book, you will find out wife is always primary heirs, that is PH. Daughter is always primary heir. If alone, mother is always primary heirs. And here son, grandson, and granddaughter are the residuaries. And grandson belongs to the specific category residuary by himself, and granddaughter becomes the residuary by another due to this grandson. So that is the step number first. In step number 2, according to the hadith of the Sahih al-Bukhari 6732, the first share will go to the primary heirs. So shares of primary heirs, mother, daughter, and wife, that is 1/6. The share of the mother is 1/6 in the presence of kids. Share of daughter is 1/2. Share of wife is 1/8. 1/2 and 1/8. How much the LCM? What will be the value of the LCM? भाई टू वे कम्युनिकेशन रखा करें. यू आर नॉट लिसनिंग माई वॉइस. कल भी कहा गया था, इफ यू विल नॉट पार्टिसिपेट व्हाट इज द बेनिफिट ऑफ दिस कोर्स. एल्शियम कितना होगा? व्हाट विल बी द वैल्यू ऑफ द एल्शियम हियर?
8.
यस, पार्डन?
8 सर.
8?
जी.
8 क्यों होगा भाई?
24.
24. Go to the Google or YouTube, write down fractional mathematics, class 5 NCRT, and learn the fractional mathematics. 6 fours are 24, 2 12s are, and 8 threes are. What will the value of the numerator? What will be the value of the numerator?
19.
19.
19/24. मैसेज ना ड्रॉप करें प्लीज, डोंट ड्रॉप द मैसेज, बोलने का है। स्टेप नंबर 3, शेयर ऑफ grandson and granddaughter. So they will get from the residue. And how to calculate the residue? From the whole state, you will minus this value, that is 5/24, and 19/24, that is 24. 24 minus 19, it will be the 5/24. It's clear to everyone how this 5/24 is coming, how 19/24 is coming. Ji. Any confusing here? 5/24 or 19/24? It's clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Come to that is the step 3 point A and 3 ka point B. Ratio of grandson and granddaughter, that will be the GS colon GD equal to 2:1. 3C, addition of ratio. Grandson plus granddaughter. That is 2 plus 1 equal to 3. Now in step D, calculate the share of grandson. R means a residue multiplied by ratio of grandson oblique addition of ratio. So what is the value of the R? What is the value of the R?
5.
5/24. And how much the ratio of grandson? Yesterday we have discussed on this. Ratio of grandson is 2. And addition of ratio is how much? Addition of ratio is 3. Now simplify it. That is the 12. 5/36. Now in step E, share of granddaughter, R, that is the residue, ratio of granddaughter divided by addition of ratio. So the value of the R will be the same, 5/24, and the ratio of the granddaughter will be the 1, and addition of ratio is the 3, and that is 5/72. In the fourth step, and that is the final step, total shares of all heirs. We can put the value of the mother, daughter, wife, grandson, and granddaughter. So the value of the mother is 1 by 6, and daughter is 1 by 2, wife is 1 by 8, and grandson 5 oblique 36, and granddaughter 5 oblique 72. So how much will be the LCM? What will be the value of the LCM? 72 here. 6 12 when you will divide the 72 via 2, you will get the 36. And similarly, from the 8, you will divide the 72, that is 9. From the 36, it will divide 2 times, and you will multiply the 2 with the 5, that is the 10, and that is the 5. Now, what will be the value of the numerator here? Add, please.
72.
72. It means we have distributed, and that was the basically 47 ways. Okay. From question number 1 to question number 46, and that is the question number, you can say 47. In grandson and granddaughter getting the share in the deceased estate. But now I will discuss the few example in which grandson and granddaughter will not get the share. But you will see that we knows only the one fact. In the presence of in this question, you will see that son, grandson, and granddaughter, then the whole estate will go to the son. Grandson and granddaughter will not get anything. We know only this parameter. Now we'll discuss that daughter also block the grandson and granddaughter, sometimes single daughter or sometimes 2 or more daughter. Let's say, check this example. In this case, husband belongs to the which category? Always primary heirs. Mother is always primary heir. 2 daughters, if alone, not with the son, primary heirs. Grandson, residuary by himself, and granddaughter, residuary by another. Now, according to the Muslim law of succession, the distribution of the inheritance will take place among the primary heirs. So, share of primary heirs, and how many primary heirs here? Husband, mother, and 2 daughters. Okay. So, the share of the 2 daughters is how much? How much share 2 daughters have? Yesterday we have discussed
2 by 3.
2 by 3, and the share of the mother will be 1 by
8.
1 by 8 or 1 by 6. It's not the mother, it's not the wife. It's the mother of the deceased.
1 by 6.
1 by 6. And how much the share of the husband in the presence of the kids?
1 by 4.
1 by 4. Now you will see here, each daughter will get 2 by 3 divided by 2, that is 1 by 3. Now put the value of all the heirs, all primary heirs, that is 1 by 3. That is 1 by 3. The share of mother is 1 by, share of husband is how much? 1 by 4. What will be the value of the LCM?
12.
12. Now, when you will simplify it, in the table of the 3 fours are 12, 3 fours are 12. In the table of 6 twos are 12. In the table of the 4 threes are 12. What will be the value of the numerator? How much?
13.
13. Then oblique 12. There is anything is remaining here? Remaining state, residue is there in that question? So that according to the Sahih al-Bukhari 6732, first give the share to the primary heirs and the remaining share will go to the residuary. There is any remaining share in that question?
No.
No remaining share, no residue left. And there is any son in this question? Any
No.
son in this question?
No.
No son. So I think so with the help of this example, you can understand it's not mandatory every time son will block the share of the grandson and the granddaughter. That is the lack of our knowledge. And we are commenting on the Islamic Sharia without the knowledge. Huh? So the first thing is that learn the laws of the inheritance before put any comments. Okay. So grandson is not getting anything, granddaughter is not getting anything because we don't have any share left here. There is no son. Now go to the another question. In that question, we have how many daughters? 2 daughters. In the previous question, daughter was there, single daughter was there, and grandson and granddaughter was getting the share. In question number 49, we can see that here 2 daughters, due to 2 daughters, grandson and granddaughter is not getting. But in the previous question, because there was only single daughter, that's why grandson and granddaughter getting this here. So we can see that granddaughter and grandson also blocked by the daughters, not only from the by the son. Come to the question number 50. Now let's check it. Grandson and granddaughter will get the share or not. Here only 1 daughter. Now we will check it via calculation. Grandson will get the share or not. So it's case to case variation is there. Share of the husband is how much? It is primary heirs. Husband is always primary heir. Share of the husband will be 154 because due to the presence of the kid. Now the share of the mother is always primary heir. Share of mother is 1/6 already predefined in the Holy Quran. Share of daughter, the daughter is primary heir. The share of the daughter is 1/2. And how much the share of the father? Yesterday we have discussed 1/6 or 1/6 plus R or R. We have the 3 options. What will be the share of the father?
1/6 plus R.
Why R?
Because daughter, granddaughter.
There is no granddaughter, grandson.
No, there is daughter. For
There is
grandson and son, it is 1/6.
One
Because
by
it's
six.
female.
Because there is no son.
No son, but it is also the son. Grandson is also the son. 1/6 when son and grandson and great grandson. 1 by 6 plus R, daughter, granddaughter, and great granddaughter, and R when there is no kids. Okay. So, according to this question, the father will get only 1 by 6, and father is only primary heirs, that is 1 by 6, and grandson is residuary by himself, or you can say asaba bi nafsi in the terminology of the madaris. Now, in the step number 2, the share first will distribute it among the primary heirs, then share of primary heirs, daughter, mother, father, husband. 1 by 2, 1 by 6, 1 by 6, and 1 by 4. What will be the LCM?
Twelve.
LCM will be the 12. In the table of the 2, 6 are 12. In the table of the 6 2s are 12. 6 2s are 12. In the table of the 4 3s are 12. What will be the value of the numerator?
13.
13. Is anything left? Any residue is there? No residue. Because the residue will go to the grandson. Grandson is eligible for the remaining shares, but there is no remaining share. So in that question, you can see that single daughter is blocking the grandson. In the previous question, we can see that 2 daughters blocking the grandson and granddaughter. In this question, single daughter was there, but grandson and granddaughter was getting the share. So it's a case study. The conclusion is that single daughter can also block the grandson sometimes. 2 daughters also blocks the grandson and granddaughter, and single daughter can also block the grandson. Now we can take one more example. We have 3 examples here, more example to understand the concept. Now in that case, we have the single daughter. I think that we have wife, father, mother, daughter. Wife, father, mother, daughter. That was the another question. This is the another question. In this question, wife is the primary. The share will be how much? How much share will be there?
1 8.
1 by 8 due to the kids. Father is primary here. The share will be 1 by 6 because grandson is present. Share of mother will be 1 by 6. Always primary years. PH stand for primary year. Daughter is the primary year. 1 by 2. And grandson is residuary by himself and daughter is residuary by another. So the share first will be distributed among the primary years. So daughter plus mother plus father and the wife, these are all the primary years. So the share of the daughter is 1 by 2, mother is how much? 1 by 6, father is 1 by 6, wife is 1 by 8. What will be the value of the LCM?
24.
24. 2 12s are 6 4s are 6 4s are 8 3s are how much?
23.
23 oblique 24. So in that question, you can see that some residue is there. Residue equal to 1 minus 23 by 24, that is 1 by 24. So this residue will be distributed between the son and between the grandson and the granddaughter. That is the step 1 of the 3A. That is the 3B. Ratio of grandson and granddaughter will be GS colon GD equal to 2 colon 1 and 3C addition of ratio grandson plus granddaughter, that is 2 plus 1 equal to 3. And in the 3D, share of grandson will be the R multiplied by ratio of grandson oblique addition of ratio. Now the value of the R is what here? Value of R is 1 by 24. That is the 1 by 24. And what will be the value of the ratio of GS? That is the 2. And addition of ratio is what? How much? That is 3. Now simplify it. That is the 12. And that is 1 by 36. Now go to the step E. 3E granddaughter, that is equal to, we can directly take the solution 1 by 24, and the ratio of the granddaughter will be 1, and the addition ratio is 3, that is 1 oblique 72. In the final step, step number 4, total shares, daughter, mother, father, wife, and grandson and granddaughter, that is 1 by 2, 1 by 6, 1 by 6, 1 by 8. And the grandson is how much? 1 by 36. Granddaughter is 1 by 72. The LCM will be the 72, 36, and what will be the value in place of the 1 by 6? 12, 12, and 9, and that is 2 and 1. Now add these values. How much value is coming? 36, 12, 12, 9, 9, 2, and 1.
72.
72. So in that case, we can see that grandson and granddaughter also getting the share. Daughter is there. In the previous case, in this case, granddaughter, grandson getting the share. In the previous case, one daughter was there, not getting the share. So it depends upon the question to question. Now, we will take 2 more questions for the grandson and granddaughter, and then we will move to the next topic. Wife, primary years. Father will be the primary years because grandson is there. Mother is primary year. 2 daughters, primary years. Residuary by himself and residuary by another. They will get the residue R. Share of the wife is 1 by 8 due to the existence of the kids. Share of the father is 1 by 6 due to the presence of the kids. And mother is 1 by 6. And if the 2 daughters are coexist, the share will be 2 by 3 and each will get the 1 by 3. So we can calculate the share of PH primary years and put the values of all the years. Daughter plus mother plus father plus wife. So that is 1 by 3. 1 by 3. Share of the mother is 1 by 3. Father is 1 by 6. And the wife is 1 by 8. The LCM will be how much? 24. 3 8s are 3 8s are 6 4s are 6 4s are 8 3s are. What will be the value of the numerator here?
27.
27. And you can see that there is no residue again. That's why grandson and granddaughter will not get nothing from the estate of the deceased person. Here, no son. Son is not present. Okay. To remove the misconception, every time son will block the grandson and granddaughter, we can see that very clearly, 2 daughters blocking the grandson and granddaughter. always, but single daughter sometimes blocking the grandson. Here, son, grandson, granddaughter are not blocked by the daughter, but in that question, single daughter blocking the grandson and granddaughter. Now come to the last question. Here, son is present. It's very clear. No share because they are not eligible here. In the previous cases, all the examples we have discussed, grandson and granddaughter was eligible for the residuary. But they are not getting because residue is not there, remaining estate is not there. But in question number 53, grandson and granddaughter are not eligible, no share due to son. It means that share of the father will be the 1/6 here, primary here, share of mother is 1/6, and wife is primary here, that is 1/8. So the son will get the residue here after giving the shares to the wife plus mother and the father. That is 1/8, 1/6, and 1/6. That is 24. 8 threes are 6 fours are and 6 fours are. What will be the value of the numerator? What will the value of the numerator?
11.
How much?
11.
11. So the value of the R will be 1 minus 11 by 24. And that is 24, 24 minus 11, that is 13/24. So the share of the son will be 13/24. And grandson and granddaughter will not get any share because according to the hadith of the 6732, after giving the share to the primary heirs, the residue will go to the close relative. That is the close residuary. And grandson and granddaughter is coming in the next generation. So I think this concept is clear to everyone. Now you will not say every time grandson will block the share of the grandson of granddaughter, sometimes single daughter, but every time two daughters are blocking the share of the grandson and granddaughter. But except that, we have the three ways to support the grandson and granddaughter. Three ways to support grandson and granddaughter. But for that, grandfather must know about the laws of inheritance in his, or if grandmother is there, paternal grandmother in her life, in the presence of the heirs, grandson and granddaughter will get the share or not. Because in the life of the grandfather or the grandmother, what they can do, the first thing is they can care the kids, grandson and granddaughter. In the caring, education is there, health is there, and other needs are theirs. Let's say maybe possible grandson wants to do some business, they can support in the business of the grandson and granddaughter. That is the first thing. The second thing is that grandfather and grandmother can gift something, money in the form of the money, in the form of the gold, in the form of the land. And the third thing is that in the Holy Quran, there are 3 times in the 4:11, Yusikumullahu fi auladikum in that ayah, and Walakum nisfu ma taraka in that ayah. In 3 times here about the will, and single time here about the will. 4 times mentioned in the verses of the inheritance regarding the wills. So, will is the parameter we can support the any person who is not legal heir or not getting the share in the estate. So, if the grandfather have the son and grandson and granddaughter, so grandfather and grandmother can write a will for the grandson and granddaughter in his or her life. They can also provide the gift in his or her life. What will be the procedure of the will? Yesterday we have discussed. We will take out the funeral expenses and the debt expenses, and whatever the remaining is there, we can give the inheritance will amount up to the 1/3 from the remaining estate. So we can support the grandson and granddaughter in 3 ways. Okay. If you have any question, we will take it after the class. Now it's, I think, clear to everyone. Or any confusion related to the grandson or granddaughter? Ji, proceed. Anybody have any doubt regarding the share of the grandson and granddaughter that I have explained in front of you?
Sir, so just I would like to understand that if there are like immediate uh, inheritance available, so the grandson or granddaughter will not get the share, right?
But for that, grandfather and grandmother must know the grandson and granddaughter will get the share in his or her property. If they doesn't know, they are doing the mistake. Sharia doesn't make any mistake.
Okay.
If the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala want, he can write the share of the grandson and granddaughter too. What was the problem? The problem is that I have one question to all the participant. This is the deceased person. If the father of the deceased is present, grandfather of the deceased is present, and deceased have the son and the daughter, what will be the share of the father? अभी डिस्कस किया था हमने. Share of father is how much? How much?
1/6.
1/6. Is any share is going to grandfather?
No.
Then why you are not talking? We are just only talking for the grandson and granddaughter. Why we are playing a silent role if the grandfather is not getting any share? Because the grandfather is not the close. That is the close person. Father is the close. With respect to this is dead body. And similarly, the second example is that if the deceased person have the mother and the paternal grandmother and maternal grandmother, and nobody is talking about the paternal grandmother and maternal grandmother. After the death of this person, if the deceased kids are there, what will be the share of the mother? What will be the share of the mother in the presence
Same
of
1/6.
1/6? But you are not have any objection. Nobody have the any objection in this world regarding the share of the paternal grandmother and the maternal grandmother. The same thing is happening here. If the person have the son and the grandson and the great grandson, and this is the deceased person, if all are there, then who is close? Grandson is close. That's why grandson will not get the any share. Then what is the problem? We have only problem with the grandson issues, not with the grandfather. We are not talking about the grandfather, not talking about the paternal grandmother and the maternal grandmother. And we are still not talking if the grandfather is leaving only 1,000 rupees. If leaving the 1 crore rupees, then everybody is crying. It's right or wrong? Ji? It's right
Yes.
or wrong? I am not getting the voice.
Yes. Lalit.
So learn the rule of the inheritance. Don't put the comments on the Islamic Sharia. Now, my question is that Quran directly declaring the share of the daughter, granddaughter. Let's say if you are not considering the granddaughter, daughter share is present, real sister share is present. How many of you are giving the share of the granddaughters and giving the share of the real sisters? And you are saying after the death of the father, we have arranged the marriage for you and we have spent the 2, 3, 4 and 12, 20 lakh in your marriage. तो हम जहेज तो दे रहे हैं, मीरास नहीं दे रहे हैं. I have written one folder Jahez and Miras, but that is Urdu and the Hindi. I will forward all the documentation. Now we are going to the second most important topic of the two-day class, multiple death in a period of time. We have the 1 more hour and we will explain this inshallah in depth also. It is also known as the Munaska, and that is the little bit definition of the Munaska or the multiple death in a period of time. I think this definition is very clear to understand what is the Munaska, multiple death. And so we have to calculate the quotients in multiple times. But there will be some critical issues because most of us doesn't know the relations between the heirs. Now, this is the first question. Read this question and tell me, in the first death, how many heirs are there? In the second death, how many heirs are there? After the finishing this question, inshallah, we will take your questions with respect to the multiple death. In the question, the first death is
Salima.
Salima. How many years of the Salima?
2.
How many? Read the question very carefully.
3. 3
Three.
husband, daughter, and mother.
Husband is Munir. So when you will solve these questions of the Munaska, you have to write the name and the relationship also. Because in the next death, you will see that Munir becomes the father of someone, grandfather of someone. Okay. So here, heirs of the Salima is husband, and you will write the husband here, but in the bracket, you will write the, let's say, Munir. And similarly, you will write the daughter, that is the first heir, that is the second heir. You will write in the bracket Karima, in the third, mother, Azima. Only 3 participant was there. And in the second, how many years are there? In second death? The name of the deceased person?
2 sons and 1 daughter.
Who is the deceased person in second death?
Karima.
Karima. How many years are left?
2 sons and 1 daughter.
Bas. Read the question properly. Anybody else who can define how many years are there?
Mother Azima is also there.
Mother
Father.
of the Azima is also there. And
Father.
Husband Munir is
Then
also
two
there.
sons, Khalid and
father is
Hamid.
also there. This is the mother is also there. And what is the relation of the Karima with Azima? It's a mother or nani or
Nani.
remain the mother?
Granddaughter.
Mother.
Granddaughter.
And that is son Khalid and Hamid. And now the husband, that was the Munir. Munir will be the father of the Karima. Okay. So relation is going change and change. Now we have the complete solution in the next slide. So we can see that in the death of the Salima and in the solution, when you will resolve this question, you will also write one thing here. Date of death. That is most important. Date of death. Because may be possible, today is the 4 August 26. And what is the time right now? That is the time is 15:54 in my watch. Okay. If the one person pass away at this time and the second person on the same date, let's say 15:55, then you will proceed the calculation for this year first and after that for this year. Maybe the second year was the years of the first person. So you have to write the date of death and time also, so that we can resolve the case properly. Okay. So in that case, Salima, that was the wife of the Munir, and the property belongs to the whole property belongs to the Salima. Okay. Whole estate. So husband was the Munir, daughter Karima, and the mother Azima. So due to the existence of the kids, husband will get how much? 1/4. Daughter is single, get 1/6, and mother is 1/6. And yesterday we have discussed doctrine of all. There is any residuary heirs in single death, first death? Any residuary heir? No. If all heirs are primary heirs, if their addition of the fractional share is less than 1, it's a case of Rad or all?
Rad.
It's a case of Rad. It's a case of Rad or return. So what will be the procedure? We have discussed yesterday. According to the Hazrat Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhu, what is the procedure?
We have to.
How to resolve this? We have discussed yesterday. What is the method? So residue is left because 1 minus 111/12, that is 1/12 is left. So this remaining value will not be applicable to whom? Husband and wife, because residue will not go to the husband and wife. So what is the procedure? That is the procedure yesterday we have discussed. According to the rules given by the Hazrat Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhu, the first share will go to the husband, Munir, and the residue 3/4 will be distributed between the daughter Karima and the mother Azima, and we will find out the ratio of the daughter and the mother, so that in that ratio the remaining share can be distributed between the daughter and the mother. So the ratio will be 3:1. That is the LCM of the 1/2 and 6. And we are doing this one so that we can find out these parameters. These are the shares and these are the ratios of the daughter and mother. So the addition of the ratio will be 4. And from the 3/4, how much share daughter will get and how much share mother will get? That is the formula, very important formula. We have already used this formula in the grandson and granddaughter. And here you can see that daughter share Karima, that is the R, means 3 by 4 was left after giving the 1 by 4 share to the husband. And the ratio of the daughter Karima was the 3. And the total addition of the ratio of the Karima and Azima was the 4. So multiply 3 into 3, that is 9, and 4 into 4, that is 16. And the share of the Azima, that is the residue amount, 3 by 4. And share of the Azima is 1. And the red, that is the addition of the ratios. So it will be 3 by 16. So that is the summary. After the death of the Salima, that is the wife of the Munir, share of husband will be this one. Share of the daughter Karima is 9/16, and share of the mother Azima will be 3 by 16. The question says the property distribution, but the property of the Salima was not distributed among the heirs, and that was the second death of the Karima. So, if we are distributing the property today and the Karima is not there, but at the time of the death of the Salima, Karima was exist. So, Karima will get the share because she was present at the time of the death of the Salima. So, in the second death, Karima is getting 9/16. You have also mentioned here share or the amount or the state receiving from where? Salima estate. That is 9/, because we are doing the distribution of the Salima, not the Karima's property. Okay. So after the death of the Karima, Father Munir was there, and maternal grandmother Azima. ये मदर नहीं है, ये नानी है. ओके, गो टू द क्वेश्चन अगेन. On the death of the Salima, her husband Munir and the daughter Karima, Azima was the mother of Azima is the mother of
Salima.
Azima is the mother of Salima. Okay, and Azima is the nani of the Karima. So you have to maintain these relationship. That is most important. In the beginning, I was also very confused in the relationship. So I have asked many times from my mother, my wife, what will be the relation when I was writing the book. So in the second question, MGM stand for maternal grandmother. So if the mother is not present, then the share of the mother will be transferred to nani, maternal grandmother, or if dadi is present, then the 1/6 will go to the dadi. If both are present in some scenarios, dadi and nani, then 1/6 will be equally distributed between the dadi and nani. So father is the primary is because the Karima have the son, and MGM dadi or nani will be the primary is, that is the PH primary or ZF primary or ZF. And here the son, both son belongs to the residuary by himself, and daughter Soleha residuary by another due to sons. So now first share will go to the primary is. The primary is in that case are the father and the MGM. When you will take the LCM, it will 6. And if we simplify, that will be the 1/3. So share of the Asba Bigari, you will cut it, it's wrong. That is, write the residuary because you will get confused. residuary, and residuary we have two residuaries we have discussed in the previous slide. So from the whole, you will deduct this one, you will get the 2 by 3. So 2 by 3 will be distributed among the Khalid, Hamid, and the Swaleh. According to the Islamic laws of inheritance, each son will get the 2 share. So son 1, son 2, each will get the 2 share. Not 2 son will get the 2 share. Okay. Each son have the 2 share and each daughter have the 1 share. So addition of ratio. So addition of ratio will be 5, and that is the again most important formula. It's the same formula we have discussed yesterday. Share of Khalid, R means residue, that is the residue 2 by 3, that is the 2 by 3 residue, and ratio of son, the ratio of son is 2, that is the value of the 2, and addition of ratio, that is the 5 is coming here and R is coming here. When you will simplify, that will be the 4/15. So Khalid and the Hamid both have the 4/15. And the Solia share, that is the 2 by 3 was the remaining or residue. Ratio of the daughter and addition of ratio, that is 2 by 15. So up to the 3 steps, that was the same thing we have calculated in the single death. If we'll go to the single death, there is no issue. But when you will proceed for the multiple death, then how this amount 9/16 will be distributed. So in the summary of this question, you can see that share of the father Munir was what? Father was getting the 1 by 6, okay? And the mother, maternal grandmother share was the 1 by 6. And son Hamid share was the how much? 4 by 15. And another was the Khalid. Khalid's share is 4 by 15. And Saliha share is how much? That is 2 by 15. So 9 by 16 was the share Karima is getting from the mother Salima. Okay. Karima is getting this share from where? From Salima. So we will apply this formula because that is the state of the Karima. From this state, father will get the 1 by 6, Nani will get the 1 by 6, Hamid and Khalid will get the 4 by 15, and Swale will get the 2 by 15. So we have simplified here share of the father, that is the 1 by 6 of Karima's share that she inherited from the Salima. So that is the 19/16, and that is the share of the father. When you will simplify it, you will get the 3/32. And similarly, you will get the share of the Nani, and that is the share of the son Khalid. 4 by 15 of Karima's share. After simplification, we are getting the 3 by 20, and this is the share of the Swaleh, and we are getting this result. So after the second summary, this is the final result, but there are some years getting the share twice. किस किस को शेयर मल्टीपल टाइम्स मिल रहा है? How many years getting the share multiple times? Is father
and grandmother.
हाँ, तो यहाँ पर you will not say the father. We will take the name of the heirs, because otherwise we'll get the confused. Kiska father? Okay. Munir was present at the time of the death of the Salima and also present at the time of the Karima. So Munir is getting 2 times. Azima was the mother of Salima. So getting the share from the daughter and also getting the share from the Karima. So we have written here, Munir ko 2 बार मिल रहा है, getting the share twice. 1/4 from where? You have to mention clearly in the documentation, from the Salima, and 3/32 from the daughter Karima. So the total share of the Munir will be 11/32, because it's a homework. You have to practice it, how to take the LCM. It's not a LCM class. Similarly, Azima is getting the share from the Salima, and 3/32 is getting from the maternal granddaughter Nawasi. So the total share of the Karima will be 9/ this one, and that is the final result. Present inheritors. Munir is present, Azima is present. There is no Karima now, no Salima now. Khalid is present, Hamid is present. Then you will not write here husband or father or daughter. Okay. You will write the name of the person here. You will write the each and every year's fractional share. The LCM will be the 160. Yesterday, I have discussed with you. If you don't know how to calculate the LCM, you will go to the site, that is the LCM calculator, LCM calculator, and you will put all these value. That is the 32 singles time, 32, 20, and 40. 32, 20, and 40. 32, 20, and 40. 32, 20, and 40, and calculate, you will get the LCM. That is 160. Okay. Now you have the 160 here. From the calculator, cut this value 160, and that is the 160 divided by how much? That is the 32. How much you are getting? You are getting 5. Then multiply the 5 with the 11 on the numerator. That is the 55 we are getting here. Okay. And similarly, so 160 divided by this 32, you will get the again 5, and multiply this value with the 9, you will get the 9 4 the 45. And the similarly, that is the 160 divided by this 20, you will get how much? 8, and multiply 8 by 3, you will get the 24, and so on. So that is the final answer. If you will send this question to the Darul Qaza, Darul Ifta Imarat Sharia Nadwa Lucknow, or you will send the Dewan, you will get the answer. The property of the deceased person will be divided into the 160 part, and from the 160 part, 55 parts go to the Munir, 45 parts will go to the Azima, and 24 part go the son Khalid and Hamid, 12 parts will go to the Swalia. And you can also get the solution in that way. How much percentage Munir will get? 11/32. That is the percentage of the Munir. That is the percentage of the Munir. Munir is getting how much? Munir is getting the 34. Munir is getting the 34.375%, and second is 9/32 multiplied by 100. 9/32 multiplied by, it's okay, 9/32, okay, multiplied by 100, that is 28.125%. That is the Azima, and Khalid and the Hamid getting the share. How much? That is the 15%. 15%, and 15%, and 3/40 multiplied by 100. that is the 7.5%. Now, if you will add it, 7.5 plus 15 plus 15 plus 28.125 plus 34.735, you will get the 100%. So you can solve in percentage and you can solve in fractional. We have the lots of question of this on this topic, and this both the topics are present in this book. If you want to purchase, you can directly contact to me for this book. Share of the grandson and granddaughter, we have discussed already rules of return yesterday. Share of the uh, child to be born, we will discuss maybe possible tomorrow, and we have already discussed share of the the distribution process of the Monaska. It means multiple death in a period of time, and that is the somebody wants to leave the inheritance. What is the procedure for it? Now we have completed this session. If you have the any questions, you can proceed for that so that we can take your question. If you want, we can record your session question and answer session, or if you don't want, I will stop the recording. Okay, proceed. Any question? Any doubt जो हमने आज डिस्कशन किया है, कोई क्वेश्चन रिलेटेड टू टुडेज क्लास? जी, किसी का कोई क्वेश्चन नहीं है? सबको आ गया समझ एक दिन में? Nobody have the question? So we can stop the class. मेरी आवाज आ रही है आप लोगों तक?
जी सर, आ रही है बस।
आ रही तो हाँ हूँ बोला करो भाई. If nobody have the question, then we can stop the class. Okay. Assalamu alaikum.